Hi, and welcome to He Said.
She Said.
I'm Bill.
I'm Sandy.
Today we're talking about City Fire, a restaurant in the Gulch area of downtown Nashville. City Fire is an independently owned restaurant that opened about 5 years ago. It occupies a space that's been home to several restaurants over the years, so it doesn't really qualify as new. It's 5 years old, opened in 2014. When it opened, it was City Fire American Oven and Bar, but now goes by City Fire Restaurant. The address is 610 12th Avenue South in Nashville. That's the Gulch area. It's in the Icon building right across from Sambuca and probably shares the Gulch valet service. When we were down there, we didn't need valet, so I'm assuming you can valet at the...
I think so, yes.
Street parking is a bit difficult, but there are parking garages close. That's where we parked.
Several.
They're open 7 days a week, Monday through Thursday, 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 10:30 to 10, and Sunday, 10:30 to 3 p.m. We were there on a Wednesday afternoon. There's a happy hour 3 to 6, Monday through Saturday. They have daily deals on food and beverages, and they serve brunch every day until 3, which is good for me. I like brunch. You can also BYO, build your own mimosa every day until 3 o'clock. So check the website for menus and specials, cityfirenashville.com. It's not a big place, and they have a deceiving bar. It's bigger than it looks. Deceiving bar seats about 20, actually. There are bar booths and tables and booths in the dining room. What do you think?
Well, I want to say that we had a slow start. We were greeted when we walked in. We did not get greeted that quickly at the bar. But I think after we talked to the bartender for a little while, I think he kind of warmed up to us and loosened up a little bit. And
I agree. The service was okay. It wasn't great. And once we chatted up the bartender.
right. I think because we were at that hour that it's right after lunch and before dinner.
Kind of slow.
Yeah, it was kind of slow. I remember the bar was a little sticky, but I'm guessing that was just because we had just ended, they had ended the lunch hour. So they probably were catching up with cleaning up and restocking and all that kind of stuff.
True.
I do remember that the wine and alcohol choices were a bit sparse. I mean, did they even have beer on tap?
I don't know. I'm not a beer drinker, but yeah, the bar selections were okay once you got it, but looking at the bar, it just seemed a little sparse.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
There weren't a lot of bottles up there up on the wall.
How about the wine selections?
Not much to choose from. And the wine bottle or wine glass that I had with my lunch it looked like it was open for a litl while.
Did it taste like it had been open for a while?
Yes, it was a little bit. The decor is a bit, I thought, odd for a place that's, unless they recouped some of the decor from the previous restaurants. I just thought the leather and the velvet on the ceiling was a little odd. But at the same time, it fit the music that was playing. It was all 60s music. I mean, all 60s music.
That's true.
So it was kind of interesting. So that did fit the mood in there a little bit. It did look like a good, place to go hang out, lunch, have some, drinks. And
It felt odd, though. It felt I went on the internet to look to see if I could find some background, and they had some names, and apparently they talked about this location and that location, so I couldn't tell 5 years ago if this were a chain or a wannabe chain, or maybe they wanted to open a few more restaurants.
Right.
I don't know, but it sort of had an identity crisis when I was there.
But I read that it's an independently owned restaurant.
That's
so
correct.
Don't get confused if you do get on the internet. Don't get confused with the City Fire American Oven and Bar. There are two of them in Florida, just north of Orlando. And they have no connection whatsoever. Not that I know, someone let us know if they're connected or not. But I didn't see any connection to this particular one here in Nashville. So.
Okay, so what about the menu and food?
We had, I guess, sort of a late lunch. We had stuffed bacon-wrapped shrimp.
Stuffed with what?
It was stuffed with cream cheese.
Which I didn't taste.
You can taste it, but
Barbecue
you know what?
sauce on it.
Barbecue sauce.
It was really good.
They were really good. The shrimp were, they were so close to almost being overcooked because you have to accommodate the bacon.
But they weren't.
But they weren't.
They were
were
very
really good. And then I had a chicken panini with mashed potatoes. And it was really good.
And I had the Mediterranean
You had the Mediterranean wrap with the lamb meatballs in it.
which weren't really meatballs. I was expecting meatballs, but it was kind of crumbly ground lamb. Well, it was still good. Very good, with a nice little typical Greek sauce, sort of feta
little
sauce.
tzatziki or something like that. Yeah, and you had the grits, which were really good and very interesting. I really liked it. The only thing that I would comment was, and I think that was on both our sandwiches, was that they were somewhat unevenly made. It's like my chicken was on one side. When I cut up my panini in bits to pick it up and eat it easy, it's like I had one side was all the spinach, one side was all the chicken, and one side was all the cheese. So it was kind of like I had 3 sandwiches rather than a chicken spinach panini.
They were lumpy sandwiches.
They were lumpy, yeah. So something for them to think about to make sure their sandwiches are made, a little more even. Oh, and the other thing, too, is speaking of cutting my sandwich, we had a little issue with the bar because it's a granite bar. And when we're cutting, the plate is sliding all around. I'd recommend maybe they have a little placemat or something to kind of hold your plate down a little bit.
I believe I brought that up, and I'm not even a placemat guy.
Yes.
But mine was scooting around everywhere.
Yeah, you definitely needed it for sure.
Did you have a chance to hit the bathroom?
I hit the bathroom. It was interesting. It was clean. There's about 3 stalls in there. The lighting was okay. I kind of don't like that orange light kind of fixture thing. It just sort of made it kind of dark in there, and it didn't have to. The only weird thing I really want to comment about that, unless, I don't know, I've gone to my share of restaurant bathrooms, I thought it was odd to have hand sanitizer dispenser right by the toilet. I thought that was interesting. Usually it's by the sink or right there when you walk in the room or something, but was in all the bathroom stalls. So just kind of
I can understand that. I used to have a friend that would wash his hands on the way into the bathroom.
Yes.
Instead of on the way out of the bathroom. He didn't want to be dirty.
Yes. Oh, well.
Go figure. There are things that I see on the menu that I would like to try again if I'm ever back there. The jerk chicken looks good. The French toast, Nash Vegas French toast, which is their sort of chicken and waffles knockoff.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's their specialty, I guess.
Well, the brunch thing seems to be a specialty of theirs, and they have lots of salads on the menu.
Lots of salads, and they have a lot of things with eggs on it. So you can get your burger with an egg, you get your salad with an egg on it. There were other menu items that had egg on it, and appetizers with a little bit of egg on it as well.
And while we were there for lunch, not dinner, the dinner menu has a lot of entrees, steaks, some pork, fish, a lot of entrees. It's a broad menu for dinner.
Also very similar to the lunch menu as well.
Everything is pretty much on the dinner menu that's on the lunch menu. Mm-hmm. Anything else about City Fire?
We did, when we were ready to leave, since we parked in the garage, I think there's 2 entrances to the garage in the Icon building there. And when we parked, we asked them about validating our ticket. And I guess they take the cost of the parking off our bill. Is that correct?
They give us some sort of discount on our bill for parking.
Right.
$4 or something.
Right.
I don't remember.
And I guess if you get chummy enough with your wait person, don't forget to tell them you're a local, because we did get a locals discount as well.
And I looked on the website, which talks about a Gulch discount. If you're a Gulch local, or a Gulch resident, you not only get that, but you get 10% off everything. Or you'll have to. I'm just telling you what I saw on the website.
Okay.
CityFireNashville.com.
Yeah, just ask, I guess.
So City Fire was okay. I'd probably go back if I were in the neighborhood.
Yes. Right. I wouldn't call it gotta make it a destination. If you just happen to be in the neighborhood, yeah, check it out. But
although I noticed it has gotten a lot of good reviews from people that aren't local.
Right.
Came to town and said we stayed at the hotel and fell into City Fire, and we had a good meal.
Right. And they do have a little outside patio, so you can enjoy all that wonderful traffic there in the Gulch area.
Anything else?
I think that's it. That's all I got.
Well, that's all today. Please like us, leave a review, subscribe on iTunes, and recommend us. Come back for more He Said,
She Said
about cool places to eat, drink, and hang out. Bye.
Bye.